So we're in the process of purchasing land so that we can build our own mountain homestead.
And I would close my eyes and dream about being in the mountains.
2 weeks ago, we put in an offer on this 2.5 acre piece of land near the Smoky Mountains in North Carolina.
This is so beautiful, man. I can't believe that we might own this property.
We've got a couple weeks before we close on the property, so we're now doing our due diligence, which basically means doing all the research to make sure that buying this property is actually a good idea.
I am gonna have to remove this whole big mess.
Now, even though we don't own the land yet, we did get a chance this week to get our hands dirty. It felt so amazing to finally break ground, work with our hands, and make progress on our homestead out in these beautiful mountains.
Probably shouldn't be investing my time like this, but I'm having a great time.
Honestly, it was everything that we've been wanting.
Beats being with a crying baby all day.
But then we got some really bad news that changed everything.
We got an email from Isabella's neurovascular surgeon who had a chance to look at her latest MRI. It's gonna work out just fine.
I hope so. So we are checking out this house today for 2 reasons. First of all, my mom is on the hunt for a house up here. Second reason is this design is actually super similar to the design that we might want to make for our forever home. And this is a great way to like actually get in and feel what it feels like, because it's one thing to look at design specs and it's another to walk around and see what the space feels like. So I'm really excited. And check out this view, it's gorgeous.
So my big question when it comes to this lean-to design is I love covered porches. And so with the lean-to design, it's not easy to make the porch really protected. The best thing that I've seen is when this roof just continues out for the same like length as the porch. But what ends up happening is because of the angle of the roof above the porch is super high up. So if it's raining, like even a breath of wind would push the rain onto the porch if the wind was coming from the right direction. The protection on the porch is the main sacrifice for this design. What you get is you get the view from inside. And like I haven't seen any other kind of home design where it's like that.
So the main room is super open, which I like a lot. As far as how big this place feels, like to me this is huge. This is like a mansion. I mean, coming from living on 2 small boats, this is way more than enough room.
I love it. Like I think there's plenty of room in the kitchen. There's a huge island.
For me, I would definitely want a lot more storage here, like the
cabinets along the wall.
I suspect the reason why not a lot of houses are built like this is because it has this grand feeling, but it's not super cozy.
Yeah, actually, that's something I've thought about a lot too, is that in a way, what cozy is when it's like nasty outside and it's really pleasant inside. A house like this, it's like,
Kind of feel like you're outside.
You feel like you're outside. After living in it for 5 years, like, will you wish that you had just a couple windows?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I've gone back and forth about the 1-story design just because initially looking at the floor plan, I was like, wow, that's gorgeous. I would be lucky to live in a house like this. But then in our Airbnb that we're staying at right now, it is 2 stories. And I've really liked it with having kids. Now I'm kind of torn because this does feel nice. Could go both ways, but let's see.
So while we're out and about, we are looking at one more property that Sio's interested in, but it is also another design concept that I'm really interested in. And that is this sort of like tall gabled roof. The lean-to allows you to have like tall windows basically, but so does this tall gabled roof. And you can see this house has this front area that's got the gabled section of the porch, and then this area that's got the low roof for the porch. So really good protection on the side. So it's a nice way to kind of like do both concepts. Yeah, so I feel like this house is good if A, you're not trying to optimize for a view, and B, like you really don't have a lot of space on the lot for a foundation.
I think it's super cute.
It is cute.
I like it.
Like compared to that last place?
Yeah.
Really?
I know. The kitchen is smaller, but like I can deal with that if it means
2 stories.
I like 2 stories.
How is it
I'm
that
allowed to
that's,
like 2 stories. Okay.
that trumps everything?
What if in our house, this was the view and we just had our entrance like there?
That would be something I would consider. I still wouldn't want it to be 2 stories, because let's go upstairs and you'll see what happens. So this is the second bedroom.
Oh, so there's only 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
It is kind of cool because you're up here and you still get the view.
Yeah, but the whole sound thing that you always talk about.
Well, okay, this is true.
I think it's cute. I think you're crazy if you like it more than that first one.
This would have to be the girls' room, which would be right across from the kitchen, which would not solve my noise problem.
Right, so you like 2 stories because of the separation that way,
Right.
but 2 stories when you're constrained to a square footage means that whatever bedroom is downstairs is closer to the other stuff. Whereas if it's 1 story, it's like they get pushed away.
So this one feels more cramped, but there's something to be said about how cozy it is. There's a big separation between inside and outside.
Yeah.
And that's probably my primate brain, like wanting that cave, you know?
Well, we should just design a space that is a cave for
build
you.
me a little cave.
All right, so I'm gearing up to head out to the property again this morning. I'm taking off with the truck, and I just want to say I freaking love this thing. The 4-wheel drive has made driving around these mountains so much easier. I feel so much more comfortable. Now, I feel really stupid for having got the 2-wheel drive truck at first. So it was a mistake, and it would have been a really expensive mistake, but luckily, my dad has agreed to buy that truck. He's been in the market for a truck for a little bit, and so it worked out really well, the timing actually.
Worked out perfectly for me. I have a Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, and I've had it for 22 years. My wife and I have been talking for several months about needing to trade it in and get a new one. So here's my new one.
Yeah, so my dad's gonna be here for a couple days hanging out. He's gonna come check out the property and help me do some work up there. So yeah, this is gonna be cool. So first thing we gotta do is pick up some stuff from Ace Hardware. And we didn't even plan this, but my dad and I are both wearing our Ace Hardware hats. My dad works at Ace Hardware down in Florida. We're groupies. Oso, come on. All right, it's Oso's turn to get to see the property for the first time. What do you think, buddy? He's like, holy moly, I don't smell myself anywhere here. So game plan for today, this area here is where we're hoping to put the leach field for the septic system. I had talked to the excavator about this. He said he thought this area would work out great. I went down there and bushwhacked all through there. And yeah, I think this is a good area for the leach field. It's not too steep once you get down there.
Now, most septic systems are made up of 2 components, the tank and the leach field. Sewage is actually 99.9% just water. So the harmful parts of sewage make up a very small fraction of what's actually in there. Septic tanks are designed to allow all the really bad stuff to either sink to the bottom or float to the top, so that all of that relatively safe liquid is in the middle and is able to pass through to the leach field. A leach field is basically a network of underground pipes that spread that liquid over a large area of soil, allowing it to filter safely into the ground without polluting the environment. But before the county will give us permission to build a septic system, they first want to do a perk test, which will tell them if our soil is absorbent enough for a leach field to work. And this part is critical. If the soil doesn't pass the test, the county might not approve a septic permit, and no septic means no house, so buying the land before passing the perk test would be a massive gamble. That's why we're holding off on closing until the county can come out and run that test first. Now, in the meantime, it's important that we clear the proposed leach field area so that the inspectors can easily access the area, and we'll have the best shot at getting our septic permit approved without any delay.
Actually, in this area, I don't want to trim all of this away because this is the fill dirt coming off of the build site. This area, for now and maybe forever, all of these roots are a really good thing, keeping this fill in place. And so I kind of just want to cut myself like a nice easy trail, and then I'll really go to town down here.
Now, I should mention that we did get permission from the current owners of this land to clear out this area in preparation for the septic application. And in fact, I think they were pretty glad that we offered.
You having fun exploring, buddy? This is your new home, my man. Okay, so we got a path made. So now we got to cut that way. Finally getting to use the chainsaw. Yes. Whoa, that cut through that so fast. Oh my gosh.
Okay, time for the big boy. That's so easy, it's crazy. You want a tree, big guy?
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie, like, we don't even own this property yet. And I probably shouldn't be investing my time like this, but I've been wanting to do this for so long. Buy some land and then shape it, you know, like mold it to the thing that we want it to be. I'm having a great time. Whoa, good cowboy hat comes in handy sometimes. Okay.
You got a helper coming down there.
Oh, so you want to come check out our progress today? Come on. We cleared a lot of this potential leach field. I am stoked about that. Like, look at that. It's a huge space. We're gonna do a 3-bedroom leach field. Honestly, this is gonna be a lot of it. Still got this stuff to remove, a couple trees, and then that big dead tree over there. But man, that was some serious progress for day one. Thank you for your help.
Oh yeah, here comes Oso. He's done inspecting.
Yeah, you think it's gonna perk, Oso? Okay, Isabella, Grandpa's gonna leave. You gotta say goodbye. Good job.
I love you too.
All right, big guy, enjoy your new truck.
I'm going to. It's a beauty.
Looking forward to you coming back and us doing some building. Love you, big guy.
Love you too.
Okay, back to work. Honestly, the hardest part about yesterday was just pulling the trees and all the brush up this hill here. Did some quick research, figured out the best multi-purpose tool for making trails and for making steps out of raw land. And this is a Pulaski axe. I wanted this not only for this application, just to make a couple of quick steps so that getting up this would be easier, but also because I intend to make like a trail going around this property. I'm not gonna go nuts because we don't own this property yet, but I think a couple of minutes here could make the rest of my day here way easier. Okay, rough stairs are done, dude. That took me like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. It's gonna save me a lot of time. Let's get cutting. Whoa, that was a hole. Oh. Are you helping, Bozy? Good job, you got a big one. So I just realized that we definitely want this to be leach field, but I think we want it to continue to where those trees are. So I'm not gonna cut any of those down, but it means I am gonna have to remove this whole big mess of cut down trees. It's gonna be a big job. I gotta take a break. Hey, stinky butt. How you doing?
Dada's chopping down trees.
Is that pretty?
Truck.
It's Dada's truck, you're right. Here, you want to sit on Dada's truck? And then Dad'll sit next to you. What do you think, huh? We're sitting at the truck, checking out the view.
Okay.
Okay, Isa. Come here. You want to get a group hug? Little baby. Mommy's worried about you.
Just before Desiree got here, she called me and told me that we got an email from Isabella's neurovascular surgeon who had a chance to look at her latest MRI. Do you want to tell us what they said?
Yeah, so Isa had her MRI, and we sent the results over to her neurosurgeon, and I assumed if there was something problematic that they would get in touch with us right away. I just read this email from her team saying that there might be some complications with her blood flow in her brain.
When Isabella was first diagnosed with Facey's syndrome, they realized that she didn't have her right internal carotid artery. Like, she just doesn't have it at all. Because of that, they were concerned about blood flow to her brain, but they were saying that all of her other vasculature that goes to her brain was fine, and it should be able to compensate. And what they basically said is that the doctor is concerned that those other vessels might be dilating, and so they are concerned about blood flow to her brain. So they want us to do another scan. So there's nothing definitive.
Yeah.
So
I just, I
I thought we were in the clear for a little while, and so I just put her down for a nap, and then I just read the email and was just, you know, I'm just worried.
We've been through this before, and like, look, she's definitely great.
I know, but that's what makes me worried, because it's like she could be fine, and then without even knowing, something had happened.
Yeah.
You know? The good news is there is a vascular anomaly center in UNC Chapel Hill, which is a couple hours away. So we need to just change our health insurance to North Carolina. We got to set her up for new testing. Yeah, I have this like crazy thought sometimes that like she's such a good baby that's like too good to be true, you know?
It's gonna work out just fine.
I hope so.
Love you, buddy.
I love you.
Isabella, I love you.
I love you, Dada.
Thank you.
Dada is people.
You want to piggyback? We're gonna go get Mama. Go get her, go get her.
These are nice steps, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Isabella, you want to cut down a tree?
Let's cut down a tree with Dada. I'm so nervous. Okay.
Good job.
Holy moly, that was very easy. My first tree that I ever cut down.
Yeah, how's it feel?
It feels good. It was like an immediate stress relief.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Thanks.
Oh, you got the idea.
This is definitely difficult, but this beats being with a crying baby all day.
Yeah.
And it's quiet. You need help with that one?
Trying to impress you.
That one's working.
Good.
Just don't drop it because I'm right behind you.
Yeah. Trying to look impressive is exhausting.
Look at me, buddy.
Nice.
Impressive too. This one must be moldy or something because it's not that heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, it's so heavy.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
That's quite a view.
Yeah. Doing this kind of work makes you really appreciate it more, you know?
Yeah. So let me give you a tour of the new Leechfield. We got this whole area cleared out, all the way from that tree, basically, to these living trees over here, and then down to those trees. I think this will work out just fine. So there you go, our new Leechfield and the first improvement that we've made to the property. Feels good. This wasn't the week that we thought it would be. We came into it thinking about houses and leach fields, but now we're thinking about MRIs and brain scans. And as scary as that is, I think this is just part of what it means to build a life from scratch. You move forward with 1,000 unknowns. You keep showing up and you hold on to the people who matter most. So yeah, I mean, this week didn't go as planned, but at the same time, I think it did remind us why we're doing all of this in the first place.